Hello everyone. This video will be regarding linear regression. As we all know that this topic linear regression is a part of ISC 12th syllabus. This happens to be in the section C, and this year in the board exam of 21-22 session, that is in the second term, second semester exam, this chapter is carrying a weightage of 4 marks. And to start with linear regression, that this chapter is very interesting, easy, and very scoring part. Even the science students of class 12 ISC background, they intend to attempt this questions because it is extremely scoring. In today's video, we will see that we have a handful amount of formula, and based on that, we will be taking some few problems. Those are directly or indirectly board questions as well. And eventually, you will understand the entire chapter, and you will be able to take out the entire 4 out of 4 from the board exam. To start with, हम सबसे पहले समझेंगे linear regression में ये जो word है regression, इस regression word का मतलब क्या होता है. So what is the meaning of this word regression? So regression is basically defined as the statistical method which helps us in estimating as in predicting the value of one variable for the given value of related variable. ये एक ऐसा मेथड है जिसको हम पार्ट ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स बोलते हैं ऑफ कोर्स, और ये हमें हेल्प करता है टू एस्टिमेट, प्रेडिक्ट एक ऐसे वैल्यू जिसके बारे में हमें नहीं पता है, उसको प्रेडिक्ट या एस्टिमेट हम कर सकते हैं, प्रोवाइडेड हमें उससे रिलेटेड किसी दूसरे वैल्यू के बारे में जानकारी ऑलरेडी है. We already know some value of the related variable and then we can estimate the value of another variable जिससे रिक्वायरमेंट है. तो इस टाइप का कुछ फंडामेंटल हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, और उस पर्टिकुलर ब्रांच ऑफ मैथ्स, उस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक को इन स्टैटिस्टिक्स वी कॉल्ड लीनियर रिग्रेशन. तो इसके बाद हम जो कुछ टेक्निकल टर्म्स आपको बताएंगे दैट यू नीड टू मेक अ नोट. ऑफ कोर्स सबसे पहले वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड 2 थिंग्स. हम बात कर रहे हैं रिग्रेशन कोएफिशिएंट की. सो ध्यान रहे, रिग्रेशन कोएफिशिएंट हमारे पास 2 टाइप के होते हैं. एक को हम बोल सकते हैं कोएफिशिएंट, रिग्रेशन कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ कोर्स ऑफ x on y, और दूसरे को हम बोल सकते हैं रिग्रेशन कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ y on x. ये दोनों अलग अलग कोएफिशिएंट्स हैं, इनको अलग अलग तरीके से हम डिनोट करते हैं, दोनों का अलग अलग फॉर्मूला है और दोनों ही हमें समझने हैं. तो फर्स्ट टू टॉक अबाउट कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ x on y. सो कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ x on y को हम डिनोट करेंगे b सबस्क्रिप्ट में xy. Similarly, coefficient of y on x, regression coefficient of y on x को हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं b सबस्क्रिप्ट में y then followed by x. So it is very well easy to memorize this. अगर हमसे पूछा गया है x on y तो पहला लेटर हमारा x होगा followed by y. अगर हमसे पूछा है regression coefficient of y on x, so पहला लेटर हमारा y होगा followed by x. Now let us see the formula. So for bxy, the formula is very simple. bxy, the formula is summation xy minus 1 by n summation x into summation y whole divided by summation y square minus 1 by n summation y का full square. This is one formula for finding the regression coefficient of x on y or bxy, that is summation xy minus 1 by n summation x summation y whole divided by summation y square minus 1 by n summation y का whole square. इसी फॉर्मूले को अगर हम regression coefficient of y on x के लिए लिखें तो what you get to see that the numerator remains the same. Once again, we have summation xy minus 1 by n summation x into summation y, and in denominator, everything gets replaced with x. So previously it was summation y square, now it will be summation x square. -1/n, प्रीवियसली समेशन y का होल स्क्वायर था, अब समेशन x का होल स्क्वायर हो जाएगा। दिस इज रिग्रेशन कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ y ऑन x। सो ये हमारे पास इनिशियल लेवल पे ही दो फॉर्मूले तैयार हैं। हमसे डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन भी पूछे जाते हैं दैट फाइंड द रिग्रेशन कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ x ऑन y और y ऑन x। तब वी नीड टू मेक अ जजमेंट कि हमें byx पूछा है या bxy पूछा है, अकॉर्डिंगली वी हैव टू यूज द फॉर्मूला। After having mentioned the first formula for finding the regression coefficient, हमारे पास एक alternate formula भी होता है. At times we make use of that also. So for bxy, it is going to be r multiplied by sigma x upon sigma y. यहाँ पे हम पैरामीटर्स के नाम जान लेते हैं. यहाँ पे r का मतलब क्या होता है? r is known as coefficient of correlation. And then we have sigma x. This is standard deviation of x variable, and similarly sigma y is standard deviation of y variable. So just in case in any particular question we are not provided with summation xy or summation y square, summation x square, the data which we wanted in the first formula, if this data is not given, instead they have given us standard deviation data, then also we can find the regression coefficient of x and y or y on x making use of this formula. So the first formula is regression coefficient of x on y. It is r, that's a parameter called coefficient of correlation. इसके बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे अभी. Multiplied by summation sigma x by sigma y. Same formula for the second case. अगर हम byx के लिए लिखें, so byx it becomes r multiplied by sigma y by sigma x. This is the corresponding formula for coefficient of y on x. तो यहाँ पे भी हम देख सकते हैं the parameters are already defined. That what is sigma x? It is standard deviation of the x variable, and sigma y is standard deviation of the y variable, and r का मतलब हमने already बता दिया है that it is coefficient of correlation. So the first part of the chapter, direct question you can face, because you should know कि regression coefficient से जो आपको 4 मार्क का वेटेज मिलने वाला है, या इस चैप्टर से लीनियर रिग्रेशन चैप्टर से इस साल जो आपको 4 मार्क्स का वेटेज मिलने वाला है, you are supposed to get 3 questions. The 3 question distribution is 1 plus 1 plus 2. So all the simple questions 1 mark के लिए apt level पे है. Regression coefficient find out करना या formula के बारे में, any parameter is missing, you have to define the parameter. All that can be a part of a 1 mark question. Now you will understand one more thing, that you focus on these 2 equations जिनको मैंने green से highlight कर रखा है. That is, one equation is bxy r is equals to r into sigma x by sigma y, and another one is byx, which is equals to r into sigma y by sigma x. In दोनों equations को अगर हम multiply करें, let me call the first equation as 1 and the second equation as number 2, and we are multiplying both of them. So on the left hand side we have bxy multiplied by byx, and on the right hand side this r and r becomes r square multiplied by, you have sigma x by sigma y multiplied by sigma y by sigma x. That what we get to see, that this part and this part got cancelled. We have another equation called bxy multiplied by byx is equals to r square. This is yet another formula for us to be boxed up कि हमें coefficient of correlation कैसे निकाला जाएगा. That is r value. How can we find? We can find the r value by multiplying both the regression coefficients. Now there comes a question that this is having r square. हमें चाहिए r का वैल्यू. हम किसी भी चीज को जब स्क्वायर रूट करते हैं, we get 2 values, positive as well as negative. So what type of value do we need to take for r? यहाँ पे आपको याद रहे r का हमें वही वैल्यू लेना है जो रिग्रेशन कोएफिशिएंट का वैल्यू है. That means if bxy वैल्यू and byx वैल्यू दोनों ही पॉजिटिव हैं, तो हमारा r का वैल्यू भी पॉजिटिव होगा. अगर bxy का वैल्यू byx का वैल्यू दोनों ही नेगेटिव है, तो हमारा r का वैल्यू भी नेगेटिव होगा. Now there might be a question in your mind that what if these two are having alternate signs, एक positive है एक negative है, that is an impossible case. It can never occur that you have bxy and byx are of opposite sign. ये impossible है, ये ध्यान रहे. So the regression coefficients are always of the same sign. It will be either both positive or it will be both negative, and the coefficient of correlation will take the sign of the regression coefficient. अगर regression coefficient positive है तो हमारा coefficient of correlation r का value भी positive होगा. अगर regression coefficient हमारे negative हैं दोनों तो हमारे r का value भी negative होगा. Once again, we can formulate a 1 mark question from this. Let us take a question based on the above discussion. Question हमारे पास कुछ ऐसा है that we have been asked to find regression coefficients byx and bxy. दोनों ही regression coefficients हमें calculate करने हैं. If the data given is summation x is equals to 30, summation y is equals to 42, summation xy is equals to 199, summation x square is 184, summation y square is equals to 318, and number of observation is equals to 6. We have also been asked to find coefficient of correlation. That is the value of r. So the question is very simple. We have been asked to find the regression coefficient, और हम देख पा रहे हैं हमें दोनों regression coefficient find out करने के लिए कहा गया है. That is both byx and bxy. And for us the data is given. So what we can do, we can directly write down the formula for byx. So if we try to recall the formula, we have the same numerator. So it is summation byx. The formula is summation xy minus 1 by n summation x into summation y whole divided by summation x square minus 1 by n summation x का whole square. This is our formula. We'll now substitute the data. We can see summation xy is already given to us to be 199. So 199 minus this n value, we can see the n value is 6. So it is 1 by 6 multiplied by, we have two values here to be substituted, summation x and summation y. Summation x is 30, summation y is 42. So we'll put summation x के जगह पे 30, summation y के जगह पे 42. This is whole divided by, next denominator first term is summation x square. We have the value that is 184 minus 1 by 6. Next is summation x का whole square. तो summation x का value 30 था, हमें 30 का whole square करना है. So it is 1 by 6 into 30 square. If you make the calculation, we are getting answer to be minus 11 by 34. और हमेशा इसे हम decimal में express करते हैं, तो we have got 0.323. That is our first coefficient, regression coefficient is negative. In the same way, we can now proceed with the bxy value just by writing the formula first. So we have bxy now, that is summation xy minus 1 by n summation x summation y whole divided by summation y square minus 1 by n summation y का whole square. We're now substituting the value, so denominator change होगा, numerator remains the same. So I'm just copying the numerator, 1 by 6, 30 and 42 whole divided by summation y square. We can see the data given, summation y square is 318. So it is 318 minus 1 by 6 summation y का value हम देख पा रहे हैं It is 42. So in denominator, we have 42 का square. Now on calculation, once again, you will get minus 11 by 24 this time. जिसको हम decimal में calculate करेंगे, so we have got 0.458 with a negative sign. So first of all, our question was to find the regression coefficients byx and bxy. दोनों values हमने निकाल दी हैं. And what did we see? That दोनों का ही जो sign है वो negative है. As I have said earlier, कि दोनों का sign same आएगा. Either both are positive or both are negative. In this case, we have got both negative regression coefficients. Now we have one more part in the question. We have been asked to find the value of R, that is coefficient of correlation. So if we see the formula was R square is equals to bxy into byx. इस formula को हम लिखेंगे, that is R square is equals to bxy into byx. We will substitute the value. So it is, let us say, minus 11 by 24 bxy value, and byx value is minus 11 by 34. So it is 121 upon 24 into 34. Let us say this is R square value. Now R will be square root of 121 by 34 and 24 in the denominator. But do not forget that this R value will be taking a negative answer, since both the regression coefficients we have got are negative. So this is one of the property of regression coefficients and coefficient of correlation, that coefficient of correlation will take exactly the same sign as that of regression coefficient. Mentioned earlier also in this video कि अगर bxy and byx का वैल्यू पॉजिटिव है तो r का वैल्यू भी पॉजिटिव आएगा रूट के बाहर. अगर दोनों का वैल्यू नेगेटिव था तो r ने भी नेगेटिव वैल्यू लेना है. और आपके मन में एक डाउट हो सकता है कि दोनों का वैल्यू अगर ऑल्टरनेट साइन हो, one positive one negative, to which I replied it cannot be possible. Then we are doing some mistake in the question, in the processing. So this is what is the situation. Now if we actually find the square root of this thing, so what I'm getting is 0.384 with a negative sign. This is the value of coefficient of correlation. Of course, all the three parts in one sum cannot be of 1 mark. Any one they can ask, and you have to keep in mind all the details. The formulas are very important. The formulas can be correlated, of course. आप एक दूसरे से correlate करके formula को याद कर सकते हैं. So this was one simple question. Now, having seen the basic introduction about the chapter linear regression, we are on to a slide where we can see few properties of lines of regression. These are very fundamental and very basic properties. आपको सिर्फ समझना है. यहाँ पे property number 1 हम देख सकते हैं. bxy, byx and r, that is regression coefficient of x on y, regression coefficient of y on x, and the correlation coefficient. ये तीनों का एक ही sign होता है always, that we have already seen with a numerical as well, that if both are negative, r will be negative, both are positive, r will be positive, like that. So all three of this will always be same sign. This is one of the property of lines of regression. Second, modulus of R is the GM of byx and bxy. First of all, what is the meaning of the word GM? GM stands for geometric mean. So since we have seen the formula R square is equal to bxy into byx, तो यहाँ से हम देख पा रहे हैं R is equals to square root of bxy into byx. So in geometric progression, this is called geometric mean. That is why we have written R is the geometric mean of this two. Here you can see R is the square root of this product of this two, that is the geometric mean of this two. So this word I wanted you to get introduced with, because as I said, the question fashion in this term 221-22 exam is 1 + 1 + 2. For 1 mark, they can ask you even a simple bit of theory as MCQ question. So R is the geometric mean of byx and bxy. Third property, if any one of byx or bxy, दोनों कोएफिशिएंट में कोई भी एक जन, if it is numerically greater than 1, magnitude 1 से ज्यादा आता है कैलकुलेट करके, the other has to be smaller than 1. This is very interesting property कि अगर किसी भी कैलकुलेशन में ऐसा आ गया that byx और bxy दोनों में से कोई एक अगर 1 से ज्यादा आ गया, other has to be less than 1. And we are talking about the numerical value. that is only the magnitude, not the sign. Point number 4, property number 4, you can see that r square, जो हम coefficient of correlation निकाल रहे थे, उसको square करने पे हमेशा हमारा value 0 और 1 के बीच में होना चाहिए. It cannot go beyond 0 on the left side and beyond 1 on the right side. It has to be always less than 1, less than or equals to 1, and always greater than equals to 0. If we are getting a value outside this boundary range, it clearly implies that our assumption was wrong, or we are proceeding in a incorrect direction. So this is one method to check whether our sum is correct or not. और जो भी हम वहाँ पे assume करने वाले आने वाले क्वेश्चन में हम देखेंगे कि हम एक assumption पे अपना काम करते हैं, वो assumption हमारा सही है कि गलत है, ये हमें property number 4 से पता चल जाएगा. Next, in the fifth property, they are saying that two regression lines intersect at x bar and y bar. First of all, x bar और y bar क्या signify कर रहा है? X bar signifies mean of x and y bar signifies mean of y variable या mean of y. तो यहाँ पे हमें बोला जा रहा है कि अगर हमें दो regression line दिए हुए हैं and we have been asked to find the mean of x and mean of y, so what we need to do, we just need to simultaneously solve both the equation. For property number 5 क्या करेंगे, दोनों equation को अगर हम simultaneous equations के जैसे solve कर लेते हैं, simultaneous linear equation जैसे हम solve करते हैं, तो हमें x bar और y bar का value मिल जाएगा. So from property number 5, let us frame one question to see what they actually want to say. इसी screen पे हम एक question लेते हैं. The question is given two regression lines, 4x plus 3y plus 7 equal to 0 and 3x plus 4y plus 8 equal to 0. Determine the mean of x and y. This is what is the question with us. We have been given with two regression line. One is 4x plus 3y plus 7 equal to 0. Another is 3x plus 4y plus 8 equal to 0. We have to find the mean of x and mean of y. So as I said, हम दोनों equations को simultaneously solve कर लेते हैं. And let us see what is the value of x and y coming out to be. So for doing that, I am multiplying the first equation. This is my first equation. इसे मैं 3 से multiply कर रहा हूँ. So I'm getting 12x plus 9y plus 21 equal to 0. The first equation I have multiplied by 3. I will be using the elimination method of simultaneous linear equations. 4x multiplied by 3, 12x, then 9y, then 21. And the second equation I'm multiplying with 4. It becomes 12x again, 16y, and 32 equal to 0. Now, I'm going to make a subtraction here. So this 12x and 12x gone. 16y minus 9y will give me 7y plus 32 minus 21 going to give me 11 equal to 0. So from here, I got y value is equals to minus 11 by 7. This is basically we have obtained the y value, but it is actually mean of y. इसे हम y bar बोल सकते हैं. Now this y value, if we substitute in any one of the equation, I'm selecting the first equation. So that is 4x plus 3 into y, which is 11 by 7, negative sign, plus 7 equal to 0. We are getting 4x minus 33 by 7 is equals to minus 7. Or this will be 4x is equal to minus 7 plus 33 by 7. That is 4x is equals to minus 49 and 33 gone. We got minus 16 by 7. Or x is equals to minus 4 by 7. This is the value of x, or rather you can say x bar. That is the mean of x. So हमारा जो question था, find the mean value of x. The mean value of x is x bar, which is minus 4 by 7. And mean value of y, it is y bar, that is minus 11/7. So this is what is the fifth property कि दो रिग्रेशन लाइंस अगर हमें दिए गए हैं उनको हम साइमल्टेनियसली सॉल्व कर लें, या जो बोला गया है दे इंटरसेक्ट एट x बार एंड y बार, मतलब उनको साइमल्टेनियस अगर हम सॉल्व कर लें वी विल गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ x bar and y bar. Now the next two properties are once again very important for short questions. Ki what is the geometrical meaning of the sentence that coefficient of correlation has become 0? इसका मतलब है कि दोनों regression lines parallel to coordinate axis हैं. ये हम ध्यान रखेंगे that the regression lines are parallel to the coordinate axis, and अगर r का वैल्यू +1 या -1, coefficient of correlation का वैल्यू +1 या -1, एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू +1 या -1 ले लेता है, तो हम समझेंगे that the regression lines coincide. So once again इसके बारे में बहुत डिटेल हमें नहीं जानना, जस्ट नॉलेज कि ये क्या हो रहा है, that will suffice the purpose. Next, just add one more property here, number 8, because this is there in the ML Agarwal book. It might be asked. Angle between two regression lines. Angle between two regression lines. Let us say the angle is theta. So what is the formula for finding theta here? You can make a note. Tan theta is equals to mod of 1 minus r square whole divided by bxy plus byx. A simple formula. Tan theta is equals to 1 minus r square by bxy plus byx. Now, what is the meaning of byx? What is the meaning of bxy, r square, theta? Everything we know. So there is no much explanation needed. Just know the formula. Hardly you are going to get any sum from this directly. But यहीं से पूछा जा सकता है कि थीटा अगर 0 है तो what will happen? Do you recall? थीटा अगर 0 है, थीटा 0 मतलब tan theta will be 0. Tan theta 0 मतलब 1 minus r square equal to 0. That means r square equal to 1. That means r का value हो जाएगा plus minus 1. And just now I said when r value is plus minus 1, the regression lines coincide. So यहाँ पे हमें यही बताना है कि theta equal to 0 का मतलब है the regression lines coincide. So kind of a simple case study questions I've given to you कि इस फॉर्मूले में थीटा का वैल्यू अगर 0 होगा तो वो ज्योमेट्रिकली क्या सिग्निफाई कर रहा है, वो यही सिग्निफाई कर रहा है कि regression lines आपस में coincide करेंगे. That's it. Next, we will see types of regression lines. And this happens to be the last topic in this chapter. Types of regression lines. हमारे पास basically दो टाइप के regression lines होते हैं. दोनों को ही हम parallelly समझेंगे. First is called regression line of x on y. Just like regression coefficient of x on y, we have regression line of x on y. And similarly, number 2, we have a regression line of y on x, like this. So the formula is also very simple. हमें line के equation निकालने के लिए दिए जा सकते हैं, that find the regression line equation of x on y or y on x. आपको एक चीज समझना है कि if it is x on y, the x is going to take the left part, y is going to take the right part. If it is y on x, so y is going to be on the left side of the equation and x is going to be on the right side of the equation. It's a very simple thing to understand. As I said, regression line of x on y, if I write the formula is x minus x bar is equals to bxy into y minus y bar. Very easier to understand here. Sorry for this. Yes. So what we can see here, the regression line of x on y, x पहले हमने mention किया है, so x will be on the left side, y will be on the right side, and it is x on y. the line equation is of x on y, so regression coefficient भी वही use करेंगे x on y वाला. This bxy signifies the regression coefficient of x on y. Now, what are the parameters involved here? As you can see, हमने यहाँ पे दो पैरामीटर देखे हैं. One is x bar and one is y bar. So x bar and y bar is nothing but the mean of x and y respectively. Similarly, bxy, it is regression coefficient of x on y. And apart from that, this x and this y are the parameters of the equation which will remain as such. Same चीज अगर हम regression line of y on x के पास जाते हैं, the equation becomes y minus y bar is equal to byx into x minus x bar. It was very much easier for us to understand because now we can see the equation mentioned is regression line of y on x. पहले हमने y का जिक्र किया तो y minus y bar will be on the left side. X का जिक्र बाद में हुआ है तो x minus x bar will be on the right side. And since the regression line is y on x, so the coefficient will also be y on x. It is regression coefficient of y on x. So in these equations, these are very self-explanatory equations. फिर इनको कैसे याद करना है that I have just made you understand. कि इसको आप इस तरीके से याद कीजिए. Equation writing will not be a problem anymore. So this was the last topic in this chapter. अब हम इससे related कुछ 2-3 problems ले लेते हैं to understand this in greater detail. So here you can see one question. The question goes as such that for 5 observations of x and y, the following results are obtained: summation x, summation y, summation x square, summation y square, and summation xy. The respective values are given, and with that they have given 5 observations. ये 5 observations मतलब n का value हमारे लिए 5 हो गया. Now the first question says find the 2 lines of regression. So हमें पता है 2 lines of regression मतलब वो regression equations की बात कर रहे हैं जो formula हमने just now we saw that based on this we have to find the 2 lines of regression. And then question number 2 says estimate the value of y when x is equals to 8. You can correlate this word estimate. हमने क्लास के beginning में आपको बताया था कि इस चैप्टर में हम क्या करने वाले हैं. We are going to estimate. Regression के जब हमने definition देखा था, as you can see, I did highlight this term that we are going to understand that how we estimate the value of a variable based on some related variable. This is what we are going to see in this question, that we need to estimate the value of y when x is equals to 8, and another one, once again, estimate the value of x when y is equals to 12. So the second and third questions are not, important to discuss right now immediately. First of all, हमारा focus होना चाहिए that we are finding the 2 lines of regression. अगर ये डेटा हमें दिया है तो हम 2 लाइन ऑफ रिग्रेशन कैसे निकाल सकते हैं. तो सबसे पहले 2 लाइन्स ऑफ रिग्रेशन के नाम हम लिख लेते हैं. फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 हमारा जो पहला लाइन ऑफ रिग्रेशन होगा वो होगा x on y. जब ये चीज क्लियर होगा तो बाकी सारी चीजें क्लियर होंगी. एंड द सेकेंड लाइन इज गोइंग टू बी y on x. आफ्टर हैविंग रिटन डाउन द टाइप्स ऑफ लाइन हमें फॉर्मूला लिखना होगा. सो दिस इज x minus x bar is equals to bxy into y minus y bar. And same thing, the formula here will be y minus y bar is equals to byx into x minus x bar. So first of all, we have to calculate the x bar, y bar, because these 2 data are important and required for both the equations. तो सबसे पहले हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं x bar. So x bar का मतलब क्या होता है? Sum of all observations of x by number of observations. Summation x का वैल्यू दिया हुआ है हमें 15, number of observations 5, so x bar का वैल्यू आ चुका है 3. Similarly, y bar, that is mean of y, the formula is sum of all y observations by number of observations. Summation y is given 25, number of observations we have 5, so we get the mean of y as 5. Now, after the mean, what we need the regression coefficients bxy and byx. तो सबसे पहले हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे bxy. bxy, once again we are going to write the formula. bxy का formula अगर हम लिख लें, so it is summation xy minus 1 by n summation x summation y upon summation y square minus 1 by n summation y का whole square. After substituting the values, we will see what are the respective values we are getting. bxy हम calculate कर रहे हैं, so bxy हमारा calculation हम कर लेते हैं. Let us say summation xy is 83 minus 1 by 5, summation x is 15, summation y is 25, whole divided by summation y square is 135 minus 1 by 5 into summation y, which is 25 का whole square. If you do the calculation, I have the answer with me. We are getting 0.8 as bxy, and similar calculation if I perform here, byx. So on solving this with the formula already discussed, once again we shall be getting 0.8. So both these values are so I'm just erasing this part of the calculation. Both bxy and byx we have got 0.8. इन दोनों को हम यहाँ लिख लेते हैं. So bxy is also 0.8. Now for the calculation purpose, that this x on y का line हमें निकालना है. So line equation becomes x minus x bar. X bar value is 3. bxy is 0.8. Then y minus y bar is 5. If we simplify, this is x minus 3 is equal to 0.8y minus 4. Or this is x is equal to 0.8y minus 1. This line we will box it up. This is the regression equation of x on y. Similarly, if we do the calculation for this side, it is y minus y bar, that is y minus 5, is equal to 0.8 x minus x bar, that is 3. Now simplification, y minus 5 is equal to 0.8x minus 2.4, or y is equal to 0.8x plus 2.6. हमने minus 5 को वहां भेजा, it becomes minus 2.4 plus 5. So the two lines of regression are x on y का value हम देख पा रहे हैं, x is equal to 0.8y minus 1, and y on x का value है 0.8x plus 2.6. This brings us to the completion of the first subpart. The two lines of regressions are ready. हम एक और अच्छी चीज क्या देख पा रहे हैं, when it is x on y, we have kept only the x part on the left hand side and rest everything on the right hand side. Similarly, when the equation is y on x, we have kept the y part on the left hand side, rest everything on the right hand side. This system has to be maintained because it will avoid discrepancy and confusion. Now look at the second question. The second question is estimate the value of y when x is equals to 8. We want to estimate the value of y. When we are estimating the value of y, we shall go to the y equation. So for estimating the value of y, we shall go to the y equation. Now in this equation, y is equal to 0.8. x का value उन्होंने दिया हुआ है 8 plus 2.6. This is 6.4 plus 2.6. We get 9. So for second question, the value of y is 9. We need to judge which equation to use. Though already we have two equations in front of us, लेकिन हम कोई भी equation use नहीं कर सकते. इन्होंने x का value 8 कहा है. They are asking us to predict the value of y. We have to use the y equation. Similarly, the third question, estimate the value of x. हमें x का value use करना है, तो हम x वाला equation use करेंगे. Now in that, if we put the value, so x is equal to 0.8, y value is 12 minus 1. It becomes 9.6 minus 1. So the x value is 8.6. That is for the third question, the estimated value of x is 8.6. So this is an important category of problem where they have given us all the data. We need to find the values. We need to find the equations of the regression lines, and how did we approach that? That method should be clear. And how do we estimate the value of a particular variable when another variable is given? कौन सा line हमें लेना है? That selection is very, very important. So I hope this is clear. That in the second part, they had asked us to find the value of y. So we have gone to the y equation. In the third part, they asked us to estimate the value of x, and that is why we have selected the first equation, that is the x equation. Now, one more question I will take in this video, and this is the last question. It says that given two regression lines, हमें दो regression lines दे दिए गए हैं, 4x plus 3y plus 7 equal to 0 and 3x plus 4y plus 8 equal to 0. The lines are already given to us. No other data, number of observations, summation x, xy, कुछ नहीं दिया है. They have given us the lines. Now they're asking us इन दोनों लाइन में कौन सा line of y on x है और कौन सा line of x on y है. Very important question. समझ जा सकते हैं हम यहाँ पे. हमें बताना है कि यहाँ पे कौन सा लाइन ऑफ y ऑन x है एंड कौन सा लाइन ऑफ x ऑन y है. देखिए इसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं, इसके लिए हम अजम्पशन करते हैं. अजम्पशन काफी बहुत ही सिंपल अजम्पशन है. दैट कुछ भी अज्यूम कर सकते हैं. हमने पहले इक्वेशन को अज्यूम कर लिया दैट दिस इक्वेशन इज y ऑन x. लेट अस से, आई डोंट नो ये सही है कि नहीं, ये हमारा अजम्पशन है. और हमने इसको अज्यूम कर लिया दैट दिस इक्वेशन इज x ऑन y. Try to understand the method, because if one equation is y on x, other has to be x on y. तो यही हमने किया. एंड जो हमने फंडामेंटल सीखा है कि अगर इक्वेशन y on x है तो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू टेक एवरीथिंग एक्सेप्ट y ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड. मतलब y के अलावा बाकी सबको राइट में शिफ्ट करना है. तो यहाँ पे वही करते हैं. दिस इज 3y इज इक्वल टू -4x - 7 और y इज इक्वल टू -4/3x - 7/3. यहाँ पे हम जो भी x का कोएफिशिएंट देख पाते हैं, यू कैन सी हियर दैट कोएफिशिएंट इज कॉल्ड कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ y on x, कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ रिग्रेशन ऑफ y on x. सो इसे हम byx का नाम दे सकते हैं, दैट इज -4/3. एंड इट इज एवरीथिंग इज बेस्ड ऑन आवर अजम्पशन. हमने अज्यूम किया, क्योंकि पहली लाइन को हमने अज्यूम किया y on x, तो वहां से जो कोएफिशिएंट मिलेगा वो भी y on x मिलेगा. सिमिलरली हम दूसरी लाइन की अगर बात करें, सो दूसरी लाइन को हमने x on y अज्यूम किया है, तो यहाँ पे हमें x को लेफ्ट में रखना है. सो 3x इज इन ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड. रेस्ट एवरीथिंग आई एम शिफ्टिंग टू द राइट. -4y - 8 कोएफिशिएंट से फ्री किया तो इट बिकम्स -4/3y - 8/3. वंस अगेन हम देख पा रहे हैं अब राइट हैंड साइड में जो भी y का कोएफिशिएंट है वो हमारा कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ रिग्रेशन ऑफ x on y बन जाएगा. दैट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ bxy. bxy is equals to -4/3. Now, if we recall the property जो हमने क्लास के बिगनिंग में देखा था, that r square का मतलब होता है byx multiplied by bxy. Let us find out this. byx is -4/3 and bxy is -4/3. So on calculation we are getting 16/9. अगर 16/9 का हम अप्रॉक्स वैल्यू निकालें तो इट इज डेफिनेटली ग्रेटर देन 1. बट हमने प्रॉपर्टी में क्या लिखा था, दैट r स्क्वायर कैन नेवर बी ग्रेटर देन 1. r स्क्वायर हमेशा 0 और 1 के बीच में लाई करेगा. मतलब हमने यहाँ पे जो अजम्पशन लिया था वो अजम्पशन हमारा गलत है, क्योंकि we will write like this. Since r square is greater than 1, which is not possible, hence our assumption was incorrect. अगर हमारा assumption incorrect था, हमने क्या assume किया था कि ये वाला लाइन y on x है, ये incorrect है, ये assumption incorrect है. मतलब फाइनल आंसर क्या होगा, दिस लाइन इज x on y. सो हमसे पूछा था थर्ड सेकंड क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज x on y लाइन. सो वी विल राइट 4x plus 3y plus 7 equal to 0. सिमिलरली हमने जो सेकंड अजम्पशन किया था x on y का लाइन ये है, ये भी हमारा गलत है. सो इट इज बेसिकली द लाइन ऑफ y on x. तो y on x वाले लाइन में हमें आंसर लिखना है 3x plus 4y plus 8 equal to 0. Now, would it have been like this कि हमने जो r स्क्वायर का वैल्यू निकाला है वो 1 से कम आ गया, मतलब हमारा assumption करेक्ट था, तो फिर वैसे हमारा क्वेश्चन एट टाइम्स वैसे भी सॉल्व हो सकता है. सो इट इज वेरी सिंपल. हमें सिर्फ यही तरीका याद रखना है कि इफ इट इज लाइन ऑफ y on x, y को लेफ्ट में रखना है, बाकी सबको राइट में, और जो भी कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ x आएगा वो byx बन जाएगा. सिमिलरली फॉर x on y, x को लेफ्ट में रखना है, बाकी सबको राइट में रखना है, और जो कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ y आएगा वो हमारा bxy बन जाएगा. So this is what we have in this chapter, linear regression. I hope you must have thoroughly understood, and feedbacks are always welcome. So we'll be happy to hear that if you face any difficulty or you smoothly understood each and every part of the video. So that will be all. Thank you. Thank you though.